PMDI.
Okay.
And then when you
It's got the
crank it up till it ratchets, it should turn green, say PMDI loaded.
Okay.
Right now it's not doing anything because I have it off.
Okay.
So if you turn it on, it should start counting breaths. You can see it actually showing flow right there.
Okay.
So when this goes to 0, that means it's going to fire on the next one. So this starts flashing dose now. Fires. And now our doses went down one. Getting glare.
Getting on glare.
Yep, I know that problem.
And I'm gonna watch it here.
So it's going to fire on the next one.
Good.
So if you want a manual dose, you hit this blue button. It says press for manual dose. No. I hit it right as it breathed in. Let me do that again. No, okay. I have good timing, I guess. So when you hit that, it goes to 0 for the breaths and it fires.
Right.
And when you run
fire on the right, on the inspiration.
Right,
Some
you don't-
inspiration
right,
wait
yeah,
until
let's-
the inspiration
right, let's do that again. Let me get better timing. So it just breathed in. So now it's going to wait. So it went to 0, flashing, fires on the next one.
Well, that works nice.
And we've just got these defaulting to 5.
Right.
5 each. But on the doses remaining, if you wanted to, you can enter a number. You can come in here and 3, enter, whatever. Because that's what you'd ultimately do, right? You put a new canister in, you have 30 or whatever. And obviously we'd do the same thing with the rate of how many breaths. But for this, obviously you didn't want to stand here for an hour to see one breath.
No.
Yeah.
So I want to show the ventilator because let's see something key.
One run, say after X number of punctuations, and then weigh them to see which one actually is more efficient in getting it out.
Do we have more doses left?
Yep.
So I was just showing that it fires at inspiratory cycle,
Gotcha.
which you can see in the waveform.
Right.
Show you one more thing here
Okay.
after it fires.
Okay.
So we're now out of doses, but we'll just reset it.
Okay.
So let's cheat here for a minute. So I'm going to cheat and squeeze this
Mm-hmm.
so that it thinks the PMDI is loaded, but it's not going to fire properly
Mm-hmm.
because it's not actually squeezing the PMDI. And it's going to yell at us that it didn't dispense properly.
Ah, perfect.
So in that case, obviously, you come along and redo it, and you reset it. And that one I have it defaulting to go to off, so
Right.
you actually have to turn it back on,
Okay.
and it should pick up where it left off. And it'll restart to 5 breaths. So
Count back up.
yeah. So as long as we measure the force, we're assuming we properly dispensed. Because we applied 10 pounds to the PMDI.
Good.
What if the patient's not synchronizing with the vent? You would still shoot on the inspiration?
Yeah, it only fires, it waits to measure that inspiration,
Okay.
and it fires as soon as it measures inspiration. So that's it. I don't know if we need to do anything testing-wise between where we're putting our flow sensor.
The farther the flow sensor is from the the MDI probably the better. I mean, it's a column of air. It's a column of gas.
Right.
That just sits there.
So we're measuring it here, and we're firing
It's right at the,
we're firing pretty darn fast.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's going really fast.
it's gonna fire on this next one.
Okay. And you have any output from this as any kind of data shown on the screen that it's sensing?
That is breathing.
Yes.
Just that little graphical.
Let me see.
And I forget what I set it to.
And let's see the innards.
Oh, you want to see the innards?
Yep.
I'm gonna need a Phillips screwdriver.
Oh, okay.
And for what it's worth, there is a power button over here.
Yes.
Power switch.
And so you turn that on. Does it recycle every time you hit it?
Well, so if I turn it off, it's literally off.
All right.
Cuts the power. Push it in, and it takes a few seconds for it to boot up. But it should just boot up and take right off.
Has an IP address.
Trying to think. This PLC has Ethernet because
Okay.
the other one,
And what are the labeled?
because that's
Back
the one
here.
that was in stock.
Right.
I just put 1, 2, 3. 3 is your power cord,
Okay.
and that one is a different connector, so that one won't go in the other ones. These other two you can interchange, but you shouldn't because it's not
Okay.
going to work if you do. 1 is your flow sensor, and 2 goes to your actuator.
Actually, just the opposite.
Actually,
Alright.
just the opposite. Yep.
So-
2 is
2 is the flow sensor, 1 goes to the actuator, which also has the force sensor on it.
Okay. So 1 actuator, 2 flow.
Yep.
Got it. That makes sense. 1, 2.
Yeah. If you get them backwards, it's not going to work.
All right. Will it tell you?
No, it's not that smart.
Okay. Very good.
Might send 48 volts to the wrong thing too, which would probably be really bad.
That would be a bad thing. Yeah, we just use common connectors, so. In the end, we would not do that.
Right.